Welcome back to Project Ozone 3, and as you can see, I've started tidying up. Yes, we got rid of a lot of the just miscellaneous stuff that was going around, and that's been moved across to the Void World. All the auto-growing resources are basically moving across to the Void World, and that's looking pretty nice. So yeah, I've just crafted more lily pads of fertility, got rid of this farm, and I need to basically replace the floors now. The smelter is going to go across to the Void World as well, because I rarely need it. And if I ever need to put something into it remotely, then we can just link it with ender chests or something like that. So it's only really needed when I need it for a quest or something along those kind of lines to make a new alloy. So that I can get rid of. Tinkers I need to move over there as well, but then we will be pretty clean on this platform, I think. I've put in a new sort of room here, and we're going to convert these over to white concrete as well, because it's just faster to move on. Here we have something that you may recognize, you may not. If not, then, well, it's a stone brick portal frame shape filled with oak leaves. And yep, if you don't know what that is, well, we're going to have to visit the Erebus, because to get further in this quest, the rewards to get the Epiletary 2 and to find out what the Epiletary 3 does, I need to get the Tarantula Boss Trophy, which is coming from the Erebus. So we need to go over there. Now, the Erebus is sort of almost, well, not hidden, but it doesn't really mention much about it unless you, maybe it's in one of the quests somewhere, but it's certainly for this. So we may as well go and create it. So what we need for it is an offering altar, if I remember rightly. An offering altar, there we go. And we'll craft one of those. And we're going to need to basically put stuff onto that. Now, is it obsidian? I want 2 of these. And emerald. 2,000 emeralds now. Well, I've got emerald seeds in the background and diamond. And let's see if that's actually the case. So let me just put this down. I don't think it needs to be powered, so let's just pop it down here for a second. And let's get rid of my wands. There we go. 2, 3. Is that everything? Well, we'll leave it, and hopefully that is everything. Oh, no, there it goes. Yep. It's sort of doing something. It should produce a gem that we can use to make a staff, and you need 2 of them, 1 for each side of your portal if you want to be able to move backwards and forwards. Of course, I've dislocated, so I don't necessarily need that, but yeah, that's fine. Are you gonna finish now? Yeah, there we go. So 1 Gaian gem, presumably. Yep, I'm gonna do the same for a second one. Okay, so we then want a staff of Gaia, yeah, however that's pronounced, which means we need vines. Do we have any vines? We do not have any vines. But that is just nature essence, so we now have vines. Good. So there's 1 staff of Gaia, and we just need the other gem for the second one. Are you complete? Yep, you're complete. Good. And there's our second one. Okay, so that's 2 of those. They don't stack, and that reminds me. Sorry, I had to cough there. It reminds me that I did just go and craft 64k drives for a lot of these. I think there should be another one still in here. Whoops, not you. You. And that works very well. However, another commenter did say that in here you can put an anti-barrel and then click that with a storage bus, which is fine, which we did. And I set the priority to 1,000, so it's going to try and store stuff in the anti-barrel. One thing I've got to say about the anti-barrel, if it ever gets full, your server will die, or close to full, from what I've heard. So I've got nowhere near full, but just bear that in mind. This will only store, however, stuff that is unstackable, I think. Yeah, it's only storing stuff that's unstackable. And if we look up here, then all you need to do is pull all the drives out, set that up with a high priority, push all the drives back through your IO port, and they should clean up of, you know, types, or at least some of the 1 type. So if we look down here, everything that is 1 here that is unstackable will go into the anti-barrel when you pull all the drives out and put them back through the IO port. That does not mean, however, that this will clean up your types, because stuff like the iron wands, well, not the iron wands, a bad example, seeds, etc. So 1 seed will take up a type, but you may not necessarily want that in your main system if you're only storing 1 seed. So what I'm going to do also is probably make some kind of crate. In fact, this crate will do. And we'll do, well, I'm can I make another storage bus? Do I have enough? I've not taught the system how to make it yet, but no. In fact, it needs another interface. The system may be able to make that. Yeah, and sticky piston. So I'll just get a storage bus, and in this case, I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to go and put this small storage crate down here. Yeah, it can go there for now. And the storage bus can go onto it. But I want this to be the very last priority, so minus 1,000. So it should never try and store anything in here unless I tell it to store stuff in there. And now I can just pull out stuff that is, well, first of all, you probably want to disconnect that one. Then go and see what's in your system that's only one of, and put them in this crate instead. And then that will clean up your types even more and lead you to a nice system. However, I've already got lots of fairly empty storage cells, so I'm not terribly concerned. And why did the ME... Why can't I see the ME crafting there? Did I take something out? Oh no. Yeah, I ran out of channels. So let me just remove that storage bus, and I'll link it up later once I've rearranged the channels. And I need to make sure I don't disconnect that. There we go. So, yes, now the system should be able to craft me. If I've got any ingredients left, I need 27 logic processors. I've got 2 spaces left, so let me just see if there's logic processors in here. Yeah, there is. And we'll get those 2 drive bays fully filled. Well, next to fully filled. That can carry on while we go and look at Erebus stuff. So where was I with Erebus? So we have these staffs of Gaia. We're also going to need a keystone. Yeah, keystone. Keystone? Yep. And they again need vines. I don't think we need 2 of these. But I'll make 2 anyway. It's always worthwhile keeping a spare when you go into a random dimension. So you want both of the staffs. You need a keystone. We need some bricks and leaves if you want to build a portal. And then let's go and see what we can do. I've also got a couple of dislocators. One that's bound back here. And we want some kind of pedestals. Yep, I've got pedestals as well. Just so that we can put it in the other side. And where's my snacks? Always need more snacks. There we go. You can go away. Yeah, well, you can go away. And why have I got printed silicon? You can go in the system. And I think it's just, you need to put this somewhere nearby. So if I just put this, let's say here, and pop the staff in, there we go. We've got a portal to the Erebus. And we should head over there. Is it going to go here without me doing anything? Or do I need to remember to use something in there? 1 second. It did go through just fine. It was just slightly delayed. So here is the Erebus. And it's a different dimension. Oh no, I have no flight. Ah, it's a different dimension than I was thinking of when I was talking about it being swampy last episode. The one I was thinking of was in Sevtech, and you go through it through a tree. If anyone wants to remember that in the comments, I can't remember what it was actually called, but that dimension was terrible. The Erebus isn't quite as bad, but because I have no flight here, oh. And of course, if you don't have a way back with your Staff of Gaia and, we've got, interdimensional crafting stuff, then you might be stuck for a little bit. But in our case, we shouldn't need to. So I have this, you can see the boss mob appearing at the top of the screen. So I'll just put down a pedestal here. I'm just going to dislocate, or rather store this location in my dislocator for the other side. Let's put our overworld back in. And that's no need for the second Staff of Gaia for me. If you don't have dislocators, you're going to want that Staff of Gaia. So yeah. In my case, I've just got a separate pedestal here ready for Erebus. So now we have that available along with everything else. Now, in both the Twilight Forest and the Erebus, flight is restricted. So to get around, I would heavily recommend that you craft a Rending Gale. It's just an item. You can make it with items from your mob farm. There's nothing excessive in there. Rending Gale. It is not as good as the Swift Wolf's Rending Gale, But the running gale itself is just that void tier, which you can make from various bits and pieces. I have the storm, which will drop from creepers in your mob farm, and then bat wings again, which will drop from your mob farm. So create that, shift right click it, and it starts to glow. And then you start putting feathers in your inventory. Again, you'll get them from the mob farm. And with that, you can right click, and it will pull you along behind it. Sort of like a wind or that kind of effect. And whatever you are, whatever. The Erebus, I hate the Erebus for these flying mobs. Lots of wasps, lots of just locusts and all kinds of stuff. Well, the stuff we're looking for is in the ulterior outback biome. So look at the top left of the screen, you'll see that. And here, I think this is where the tarantula boss spawns. So why don't we go and have a look? Yep, tarantula broodmother. Now, I wonder if we can actually cheat this. Well, when I say cheat, I sort of mean manipulate this. If we put a mob grinder and a spectre coil, will that actually do the job for us? Well, let's see, shall we? So let's get up to, if I remember right, it's in the top of the tree. So let's go and head up there. Or thereabouts. So, there's the broodmother. And it will start shooting stuff. Now, I'm not sure if it's actually something we can kill just yet. So why don't we just head down a little bit. And we can do that with our running gale. Whoops. Yep, it's not easy to actually get into the right place. Why don't we just look up sort of there. Yep, we can get into here. And we can dig down a little bit. Too far. Okay, I'm going to need something to pillar up and position ourselves, and we'll put this mob grinder down, see if it kills the boss. If it doesn't, then we have other options. Is that going to let me see into the boss room? No, it's a level below the boss, so we have to pillar up a little bit. Let me just grab something like cobblestone and give this a try. Here we go. Still too low. Keep going up. And that is actually the boss room, so I need to be one further out. And yeah, so can I put that there? Looks like I probably can. And then see if we can actually get these in position. Okay, so that's online and running. Whether that will actually work, well, we'll see very shortly. Okay, so I've put a sort of slab down, and I'll put the blocks down, and I'm just going to shoot this thing with our ranged weapon, and let's see whether it gets to phase 2. And there it is, it's going into phase 2. Well, that's an awful sound. Anytime. Okay, is that done? Looks to be done. Yeah, I think it is. So let's get our ring of magnetizing. And this, by the way, this mob crusher, mob grinder, doesn't really kill the boss, but it does kill all of its adds that come in. And the boss will shoot adds out at you like little spiders. So in our case, let's just pull a lot of stuff in. And we got the tarantula boss trophy, which is what we needed for our what we needed for our next version of this sword. And I guess if that is going to teleport around, I'm just going to knock that block out. Is it going to be that block, or it's just going to fall down one, isn't it? Or unless no, actually it moves. That's fine. I don't need to do the same thing as the Ender Dragon. Good. And if you wanted to, you could go and kill all the tarantulas as well. But for me, I'm going to leave it there. And we can just grab our grinder back. And its spectre coil. So useful for cleaning things out. And there's lots of tarantulas down there. Don't fall through. Whatever you do. So in my case, I'm just going to grab my desiccator. And back we go to the base. Now, we should have everything we need, once we get back to the base, for our upgrade. So, we've got the boss trophy. We needed basols. And we needed racks. And is that enough to get the next sword? Come on, detect. Yep. Claim. And we got the next version of our sword. The Epilatry 2. Okay. Item level 109. 28 attack damage. Good. We get XP boost, looting 6, and reach distance 1. And it's unbreakable, of course. We probably want to soul bind it again. But in the meantime, let's just think about putting a few things away. Some hearts. In fact, tarantula legs, our racks, and everything else. Epic shaders, I don't think I'm going to need, but, you know, that's fine. And silk. Okay. Right. What does it need for tier 3? Okay. It needs Blizz Rods, it needs Void Stars, and it needs Nether Stars. Nether Stars are going to be straightforward. Racks are going to be probably the... Yeah, we don't have 500 of those yet. What is a Void Star? Let's take a look at that. Void Star. It's in Voidcraft, and it has no recipe. So presumably we need to do something to actually get it. Blizz Rods, on the other hand, Blizz, we should be able to make seeds from presumably this. Yeah, so Blizz Chunks, which come from Blizz Rods, which we can just compress, I would assume. Yeah, we can just compact, I should say. So I'll just take these and put them in the compactor. And store them there. And, well, we probably won't do tier 3 this episode, but I will take a look and just have a look around for Voidcraft, and we'll see what we need to do for that. Okay, so Voidcraft then. We're going to need to go and craft a couple of flasks, and we want obsidian ones. Yeah, a couple of those. Got 4, so we may as well grab those. And a book. We need to create the book for the mod, so let's just go and create this. And then we need to go down to fairly low in the world. So let's head down, and I'm just watching my Y level on the right hand side until we get below 6. Also, 28, 20, 13, 7, 6, 5, maybe 3. Okay, so we can just fill all of those up. They're filled. Good. We can head back up. That means we've got quests for this. Let me hunt down the tab that we need to get to use those. Yeah, the tab is the Omicron tab. So you can see right here at the top we have Abyssalcraft and Voidcraft in this tab. Voidcraft's over here, and I think this is all Abyssalcraft. Anyway, void-filled flasks, so we get rack with that. And the craft of obsidian flasks. Right-click the flasks in hand. When thrown, it creates a Voynich flame while on full blocks. So I'm never quite sure if these things spread, so I've got this little containment area, and we've got a book, which is what we need to throw into this, and our flask. So let's put that down and throw a book in. And there we go. We've got the Void Made Meekum? Not quite sure. Void Vade even. Void Made. Okay. Or Vad, or Vade, or, well, Latin-like mods. Okay, so this is the basically the documentation for the mod, so you get lots of different stuff in here. Voidic rituals, okay, fair enough. And let's just make sure I get back. Is there a back to home key? I would like to go and find out where the void stars are in here. Next, you're going to want to head into the end if you haven't already and go and grab some void crystal ore. It produces a void crystal, and we've got some draconium while we're here, but it's relatively straightforward to harvest, and we want quite a bit of it, so as much as you can find really, and go from there. Once you have some of that, you can craft the Voynich ritual block that we saw in the book, so we can just craft, oh, I need some bricks actually. I was expecting me to have some bricks. Let's just get that done. Yeah, just put them back in the system. There we go. So Voynich ritual blocks, and I assume we just need 1 for this. We need the book. Again, I've got this enchanting going on to get me silk touch, and I'm just going to put my anvil. And I just want this so that I can pick up silk touch ore in the end. So let me just see if this will enchant silk touch. Yep. And then we can see if I can collect more of this void crystal ore from the end. We're using a digital miner or something along those kind of lines. Let me just put this here for now. One there. And if we right click it with the book, we should get rituals unlocked. And we can put that back. Rituals, let's just go back to the main thing. We'll be in here somewhere, I assume. Main, Mysteries of the Void. Here's the ritual list. So this unlocks the second tab here. So we can create rituals to advance our knowledge, and we're going to want to do quite a few of these, but we're going to need glowstone, liquid magma, blocks of coal, and Voynich ritual blocks. So words of power is the first one, I guess. And maybe 3x3x3 if we need to craft these. So let's have a look. Prismarine and liquid magma are the things I probably don't have in block form. So prismarine. We can, of course, make prismarine. That is, well, we can make it directly or atomic reconstructed just from nether quartz. So let's just grab this whole stack of nether quartz. We can probably do it through blocks just by creating the nether quartz blocks. Let's give this a go and see if that works with the block of quartz. Aesthetic quartz, no. So we're going to have to go via actual nether quartz itself. There we go. And liquid magma is almost certainly from the nether, so that... There we go. That's something I'm going to need to go and gather, unless there's anything way to craft it. Liquid magma block. We can craft it straight from magma cream. And magma cream, I'm sure we can craft something else. Yeah, there we go. Liquid magma block. And with the prismarine shards, we can craft 1 prismarine bricks. And what else did it say in the book? We wanted glowstone and a block of coal. Coal in a block form. And glowstone. Get in a block form if we have it. We don't, but we've got 68,000 glowstone. So, hey, it's not so big a deal. Okay, words of power then. I assume we can just put this down on top of the ground and we'll see where we go from there. Glowstone first. Magma. Hopefully that doesn't set everything on fire before I've got a chance to put all of this down. Ritual in the middle. And then block of coal facing me. And prismarine. Words of power. Okay. Word flame is the next one we've actually got. So if we go back to the main for a second. Yeah, words of power. So as you evoke more and more rituals, you'll gain words of power. A word when spoken with right-clicking will cast magical effects. Cool. I quite like that idea. To ready your Vademesum, or however you pronounce that, for word you must first select a word and click on the spells button at the bottom left of the GUI. So spells, here we are. And that's, well, that's moved all of my JEI down, but there's no spells at the moment. Okay, so guess we're going to have to go back and go through some more rituals to unlock more stuff. We're going to need more of the liquid magma. And we're going to need netherrack. But let me work through 1 or 2 of these off camera and we'll come back to get to the next step. And just to demonstrate, I've not tried this before, so this might get entertainingly bad. Let's get some flint, I think it is. Flint. Yep. And inside the Void made Mecum now, or Vad Mecum, whatever. I need to decide on a pronunciation for that. In any case, you can get spells, and over here it says you can just need flint for this, for flame. If you shift right click, it turns red, and then right click, sure. Well, yep. Bear in mind though, there's a high failure chance for spells. So yeah, I'm going to turn that back to my normal version. And if you didn't have lots of extra hearts, you probably wanted to do that yourself. Okay. So what else do we actually need to do? We need to go on to rituals. I need to do more of these. These liquid magma, by the way, they're one of the easiest way to get magma cream is through your mob farm. You will get, let's just see, recipes for you. You'll get these, the molten cores. They go straight into magma cream, and then you can just craft them and have lots. I've got a few stacks just from 1 stack of those items. So, yep, I'll continue while getting through this mod. Once you get all through the fire rituals, you will then head into freeze, or rather the cold rituals. You can, of course, jump ahead to each of these, so you can avoid doing all the rituals in a category. I did all the ones in flame, but, you know, I'm probably just going to skip that because we need to do at least one in each type to get to the next step. So I'm going to do one freeze. I'm going to do one shock, which is just endstone and endstone bricks. Good. And then stone and dirt. So let's just get a few of those and we'll get those done. So dirt is straightforward. Stone, smooth stone that is. So I've just got some there. Endstone, and we'll just make some endstone bricks as well. Let's make half of those into bricks. That'll do. And then for ice and snow, which is the thing that we need for the first category, here we are. Ice and snow. You want to craft yourself a glacial precipitator, and I've just hooked it up with a pressurized fluid conduit to a sink, and that starts making ice. And we can change it to snow mode, and it will then start creating snow just as fast. So we'll get those. And we have everything we need for the various different types of rituals now. So freeze is relatively straightforward. So we're just going to grab those. And we need ice as well. And some more of our ritual blocks. Okay, so that's freeze done. Frost is there next, but we'll just craft the other things rather than this. So let's just get our endstone bricks in the corners, endstone around the cardinal directions, and then we'll just do that. Shock, and then is it stone and dirt? I think dirt goes in these corners. I think it may need to make sure it doesn't change to grass. It's on grass, which is slightly annoying, but that should be fast enough. There we go. Acid spray. And is there anything else? Voidic touch. So we're going to need void crystal blocks for Voidic touch. And they're the expensive ones. So in my case, I went and put the digital miner down. I used the silk touch pick to pick up one of the ores. Then you can use the ore stack filter in your digital miner. And then you can get void crystal ores. You can then use this to get processed, but in our case, is it 2x2? Oh, it's going to be 3x3, isn't it? So we're going to need 4 of those. And you're going to need these to actually make the portal to the Voidcraft age, or the Voidcraft dimension, whatever it's called Zia or Shia, depending on what your pronunciation is. XIA. In the meantime, however, we'll just do the ritual. 2, 3, 4, and one in the middle. Voidic touch. And is that all of them? I think it is, other than doing those. So main, mysteries of the void, and there is now a new tab called the voice. The voice basically gives us clues on how to decrease the chance of us exploding. That chance is 75% at the moment for us to get explosions, and we want to reduce that. And I've got enough of these blocks made to make a portal frame, which we've gone and got put down here. I'll convert these across the white concrete as well soon enough. But 1, 2, 3, 4. And to light this one up, we're just going to need to throw obsidian flask at it. I thought we need to throw an obsidian flask at it. Maybe I read that wrong. 1 second. Yeah, it says right here in the book. Same way as another portal frame. After doing so, I'll collect an obsidian flask and toss it onto the top face of the bottom layer frame. So I assume it's that. If that's the case. Maybe I just missed. Okay, fair enough. That actually works. I did create 4 more just in case you need to fill in the corners for some reason, but no, that seems to work fine. So I'll put those back in the system. They're worthwhile keeping. I've got some dislocators as normal. And let's put away the rest of the stuff. We don't need everything else, I don't think. Let's put you away. Yeah, that'll do for now. Yeah, let's head in and see where we go. And here we are in the void dimension with soft bedrock all around us. Yeah, so YouTube's encoding may cause this to look a little bit fuzzier than normal, I imagine. But while we're here, you steadily start losing health. You'll see I'm not on full health here. And although I can keep on eating if I need to, this will continually take hearts away from me. Now, I do have the regeneration effect from the ability totems, so it will take longer for me to die than maybe you. However, while we're here, we should probably think about 1, getting ourselves a dislocator as normal. Let's just put it say it that way. And can we actually fly over here? We can fly, good. I'm much happier with that. And then we can put our dislocator down and get our overworld one in place. Cool. And then we can go back through, obviously, just as we normally would. And once we're back, we can then... Oh, we've got this crazy effect. Hopefully that goes away soon. Does it have an effect listed? Oh, it is fading away. Good. And there we go. We got a quick way back. Now, this does say in the Mysteries of the Void, the voice, we need to go and gather some infusion, but I'll let you know when your task is complete. As far as I know, the infusion is just the effect you get when it starts damaging you. So you go and stand over here for a while and take a bit of damage. We'll need to take a lot more damage soon enough, but while we're here, I guess we can gather soft bedrock. I think I want a better pick than this longer term. However, well, I can hold down, well, yeah, I'm going to move over here. I can hold down and then maybe just maybe vein mine some of this stuff, but let's see if that'll actually work. Hopefully it will. Yeah, I don't want to drop through into some kind of pool or anything, but let's give it a go. And yeah, we'll come up to the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Give us suggestions to any other people, especially if you're getting into Voidcraft yourself and you want to see how everything works. And yep, lots of soft bedrock available for use. Good. Yes, so if you enjoyed it, do let other people know. Put comments below if you've already got into Voidcraft and you want to give other people tips. And of course, you can subscribe and share as you normally would. Click on the bell for notifications. And we'll be seeing you next time for some more Project Ozone 3. Including exploring this place and then expanding further into Voidcraft so that we can get back, ultimately, to that really, really nice sword. This one. We need that Void Star, and that drops off a boss in here, if I remember rightly. And we need, a boss we can get wherever we like, but we need to actually get some drops from mobs in here. For example, are you something I can get drops from that I want? Corallium Plagued Flesh on a Bone. Not exactly the nicest thing in the world. Is that liquid, what's it called? I don't want to accidentally step into this if it is. Oh no, Arcane Sludge. I was thinking it was the opposite of Pyrotheum that I can never remember the name of. Are you going to take damage? That's not good. You aren't taking damage. Okay, so yeah, there's lots for us to actually figure out. In any case, I'm still getting a message that I've collected enough infusion. It would be nice if... I wonder if it's just because of regeneration it counts hearts lost. Anyway, I'll figure it out between the episodes, and we'll see you next episode for some more Project Ozone 3. As always, guys, thanks for watching,